Shocking new images from inside Diddy's Beverly Hills home.
We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out, watch football together.
So Mila Kunis has reportedly become very shocked that Ashton Kutcher is such close friends with Diddy, and it's not looking good for these two right now.
The time he's like, you gotta slow down but make it look like you're not slowing down
because he had to.
I don't want to look like I'm not gonna be able to finish this thing. And he was losing it, right? Like he was like me right now with the wings and the heat started.
More backlash today for Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis after their video explaining why they wrote letters of support for convicted rapist Danny Masterson.
The former star of That 70s Show, age 46, has had a close bond with the singer, 54. Dating back decades to their time hosting MTV shows. Now, sources claim Kutcher anticipates receiving a subpoena as part of Diddy's sex trafficking investigation because of their relationship.
Break it all down. Why did they raid the homes to begin with? Obviously, they had a lot of information and probably were planning this for quite some time.
I believe they were, Christina. I think this all started with...
Despite their friendship, Kutcher's wife, Mila Kunis, has supposedly forbidden him from having any contact with Diddy in light of the scandal. There is no way in hell Ashton or Mila will be showing any sort of public support for Diddy right now, a source told Mail Online. They added, regardless of Ashton's long history with him, he has distanced himself from Diddy since Cassie's lawsuit, and even more so in the wake of the new ones. Mila will not let Ashton be in any sort of contact. He is expecting a subpoena as they have been good friends for 20 years.
From a civil lawsuit, which is about money, to a full-blown criminal investigation, and a very serious one that's based out of the Southern District of New York.
In 2018, both Diddy and Kutcher reminisced about their initial meeting during an appearance on The Late Late Show with James Corden. Diddy, whose real name is Sean Combs, shared, I was doing Making the Band on MTV, he was doing Punk'd, and I gave him a call one day and said, I heard that you are going to punk me, and I just don't think that's a good idea. A smiling Kutcher then jokingly responded, I'm pretty sure that's not the way you said it. I don't think that's a good idea. Is that what you said? I think it was some version of, if you do that, that will not end well for you, but I think we should work out a deal. A year later, during a Hot Ones interview, Kutcher declined to share stories from Diddy's parties. I've got a lot I can't tell, he told host Sean Evans. He paused before adding, I can't tell that one either. On March 25th, Homeland Security conducted raids on Diddy's mansions in Los Angeles. A law enforcement representative shared, earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. We will provide further information as it becomes available. In response, Diddy's legal team issued a statement. Aaron Dyer, Diddy's lawyer, criticized the use of force during the raids, stating, yesterday, there was a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs's residences. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. Diddy's lawyers emphasized that the actions seemed premature and characterized them as a witch hunt based on unproven allegations. This event occurred amidst the controversy surrounding Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis' support for their former That 70s Show co-star Danny Masterson during his rape trial. The couple faced criticism after releasing a video discussing letters they wrote to a judge vouching for Masterson's character. Despite Masterson's subsequent conviction for rape, Kutcher and Kunis described him in the letters as a positive influence in their lives. They clarified in the video that their intention was not to discredit victims or question the justice system, emphasizing their ongoing support for victims of sexual abuse. However, their response received criticism from various quarters. Masterson's victim Chrissy Carnell Bixler condemned Kutcher's actions, while actress Christina Ricci highlighted the importance of acknowledging the experiences of abuse survivors. In light of the backlash, Kutcher resigned from his position as chair of Thorn, an anti-human trafficking organization he co-founded with Demi Moore. Kunis also stepped down from her role as an observer on the organization's board. Kutcher expressed regret for contributing to the questioning of abuse victims and emphasized the importance of supporting those who bravely share their experiences. Regarding the support letters, Kutcher clarified, "The support letters were intended for the judge to read and not to undermine the testimony of the victims or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that, and we're sorry if that has taken place." Kunis added, "Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim of sexual assault, sexual abuse, or rape." In the letters, Kunis and Kutcher portrayed Masterson as a decent human being and a role model for others. Kunis described Masterson as an outstanding role model and friend, and an exceptional older brother figure. Kutcher highlighted Masterson's qualities of decency, equality, and generosity. These letters, along with others, were reportedly written in July and August, shortly after Masterson was found guilty of 2 counts of rape during a trial that involved 3 women back in May, according to the Associated Press. Despite Masterson's denials, Kutcher mentioned that Masterson's family had requested the couple to write the letters after his conviction. They aimed to present the person that we knew for 25 years, so the judge could consider it for Masterson's sentencing. Criticism arose on social media regarding Kutcher's past behavior, particularly referencing a 2003 video of him on his MTV show Punk'd, talking about actress Hilary Duff. In the video, Kutcher mentions Duff, who was a minor at the time, as one of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn 18, along with the Olsen twins. Representatives for Kutcher and Kunis did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Kutcher and Kunis joined the list of celebrities facing backlash on social media for writing character letters. In August, rapper Iggy Azalea faced criticism for her support letter for Tory Lanez, who was sentenced to 10 years in the shooting of rapper Megan Thee Stallion. Azalea expressed her apologies amidst the backlash, stating she did not know her letter would become public. She said, "I was told this was for a judge only, yet it's being discussed in public. I never intended to publicly comment." Ashton Kutcher has kept a relatively low profile since his days on That 70s Show and his stint on 2.5 Men following Charlie Sheen's departure. Since then, he's embraced family life with his wife and former co-star Mila Kunis and their 2 children, daughter Wyatt and son Dimitri. While he appeared on the Netflix series The Ranch from 2016 to 2019 and has a role in the film The Long Home, 2019, Kutcher's focus has largely shifted towards tech industries, where he's notably been an early investor in Uber, among other ventures and humanitarian efforts. However, Kutcher's past isn't without its controversies. Despite his laid-back persona, he's had his fair share of headline-grabbing moments. From his notorious pranks on Punk'd to more serious matters, Kutcher's life hasn't been without drama. One particularly tumultuous chapter involves his marriage to Demi Moore. Their relationship, which began in 2005 and ended in 2013, was marred by allegations of infidelity and threesomes, as detailed in Moore's memoir, Inside Out. Moore claimed that Kutcher's reported cheating stemmed from their involvement in threesomes, which blurred the lines of their relationship. Kutcher was accused of infidelity with Brittany Jones in 2010 and Sarah Leal in 2011, the latter allegedly occurring during Kutcher and Moore's 6th anniversary weekend. While Kutcher denied the 2010 cheating allegation, he has refrained from commenting on Moore's claims in her 2019 memoir. The relationship between Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore was fraught with difficulties, as revealed in Moore's memoir, Inside Out. One heartbreaking revelation was Moore's experience of a miscarriage early in her relationship with the actor. This tragic event led Moore to spiral into drug and alcohol abuse after being sober for 2 decades. However, instead of finding support from Kutcher, Moore claimed he was unsympathetic and even shamed her for her struggles with addiction. According to Moore's account, Kutcher once expressed doubt about the concept of alcoholism, stating, "I don't know if alcoholism is a real thing. I think it's all about moderation." Feeling the need to please Kutcher, Moore tried to justify his perspective and began drinking again. Unfortunately, this led to a relapse of her addiction, with Kutcher failing to offer her the support and compassion she needed during this challenging time. Moore also detailed an incident where Kutcher allegedly took a picture of her resting her head on the toilet after a night of heavy drinking and shared it with her, presenting it as a joke. However, Moore later realized it was a form of shaming rather than lighthearted humor. Despite these hardships, Moore has since found sobriety and is grateful for her journey towards healing. In the aftermath of his divorce from Demi Moore, Ashton Kutcher experienced his own share of emotional turmoil. In a somewhat unconventional response to their breakup, Kutcher embarked on a week-long retreat to the Big Sky Mountains of Montana, as he shared on Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert podcast in 2018. During this retreat, Kutcher disconnected from technology and spent the week alone with just a notepad, pen, water, and tea. He explained that the solitude allowed him to reflect deeply, even to the point of experiencing hallucinations. Kutcher revealed that he used this time to engage in a cathartic exercise, writing letters to individuals with whom he had unresolved issues or grievances. By the end of the week, he had penned letters to every person on his list and sent them out. While Kutcher found this retreat and letter-writing process spiritually and emotionally beneficial, the response from those who received the letters remains undisclosed. According to Demi Moore's memoir Inside Out, Ashton Kutcher's relationship with ex-girlfriend January Jones was marked by jealousy. During their romance from 1998 to 2001, Kutcher allegedly accused Jones of having an affair with Moore's ex-husband, Bruce Willis, on the set of the film Bandits in 2001. Moore recounted confronting Jones about the accusation, to which Jones reportedly responded with humor, denying any involvement with Willis. This wasn't the only instance of rumored mistreatment towards Jones by Kutcher. It's widely speculated that Jones hinted at Kutcher in a 2009 GQ interview where she discussed an unnamed ex who lacked support for her acting career. Jones expressed that the ex in question doubted her abilities, stating, "He was like, I don't think you're going to be good at this. So, fuck you. He only has nice things to say now. If anything, I should thank him. Because the minute you tell me I can't do something, that's when I'm most motivated." Although Jones never explicitly named Kutcher as the ex in question, speculation arose given their past relationship timeline. Jones addressed the speculation during a 2016 appearance on Watch What Happens Live, indicating that the interviewer deduced Kutcher as the subject of her remarks. These accounts shed light on a different aspect of Kutcher's past relationships, suggesting a pattern of behavior that some may find concerning or troubling. Ashton Kutcher's interactions with certain celebrities haven't always been smooth sailing, and it's not all due to his antics on Punk'd. Sharon Osbourne, for instance, shared on Larry King Now that she had a less than pleasant encounter with Kutcher during his visit to The Talk. According to Osbourne, Kutcher was unhappy with her after she got his name wrong and displayed what she described as a bad attitude. She recalled their exchange, noting Kutcher's dismissive tone and his questioning of her contributions to the industry. Osbourne's sentiments weren't unique. Trent Reznor, frontman of Nine Inch Nails, expressed frustration with Kutcher's involvement in the tech industry, particularly with Apple Music and Beats. Reznor suggested in an interview with Vulture that Kutcher's association with tech investing could overshadow the efforts of those truly making an impact in the field. He emphasized that Kutcher's reputation as a tech genius was irrelevant to him and conveyed his disregard for it, bluntly stating, "He seems like an a-hole." Ashton Kutcher, known for his tech-savvy image, surprised many when he engaged with LinkedIn in 2017 to host a discussion on gender equality in the workplace. However, his approach garnered criticism as some of the questions he posed were deemed insensitive and regressive. Among them were inquiries about dating and flirting in the workplace, as well as advice for female entrepreneurs. The backlash was swift and pointed. Joel Emerson, CEO of Paradigm, expressed dismay, stating that Kutcher's questions perpetuated problematic myths and flawed assumptions. Others echoed similar sentiments, criticizing the questions for creating a skewed paradigm and not providing meaningful support to women. Some Twitter users even humorously likened the situation to being punked, referencing Kutcher's famous prank show. Although Kutcher didn't offer a direct apology for his remarks, he acknowledged the feedback in a series of tweets. He expressed gratitude for the diverse responses and recognized the learning opportunity presented by the discussion. Kutcher also acknowledged the likelihood of making mistakes in addressing such a sensitive topic, but hoped for understanding and growth in the pursuit of progress. So Kutcher isn't exactly squeaky clean, and considering how birds of a feather often flock together, his friendship with Diddy is bad news. Diddy, a towering figure in the worlds of hip-hop, business, and entertainment, faced a reckoning in recent months as multiple individuals came forward with lawsuits alleging sexual victimization and trafficking facilitated by his influence and wealth. Federal authorities raided his properties in Los Angeles and Miami Beach as part of an ongoing investigation into these allegations. The lawsuits filed by various plaintiffs paint a disturbing picture of Diddy's alleged misconduct. Singer Cassie, who dated Diddy and was signed to his label, accused him of coercing her into sexual encounters with male sex workers while filming and later raping her. Another complaint, from a woman identified as Jane Doe, recounts being flown on a private jet to New York at age 17, where Diddy and 2 others allegedly drugged and raped her. Music producer Rodney Jones Jr. also accused Diddy of sexual assault and coercion. Diddy vehemently denied the allegations, proclaiming his innocence and vowing to defend his name and family. His legal team dismissed the accusations as attempts to extort money. The lawsuits against Diddy have drawn significant attention, given his influential status in the music and fashion industries and his previous brushes with allegations of violence. These cases highlight broader issues within the music industry and society at large, where powerful figures have often escaped accountability for their actions. The allegations against Diddy emerge amidst a larger cultural reckoning, with abuse of power and sexual misconduct, prompting a reevaluation of past behaviors and a demand for justice. Sean Diddy Combs finds himself in the midst of comparisons to another controversial figure, R. Kelly, as rapper 50 Cent announces plans to produce a docuseries akin to Surviving R. Kelly, with proceeds directed towards assault survivors. Dream Hampton, the producer behind Surviving R. Kelly, suggested that Combs is facing a reckoning, indicating that his influence may be waning. The lawsuits against Combs underscore the lasting impact of the Me Too movement, signaling that despite reduced media attention, the push for accountability continues. No industry seems immune to this ongoing cultural shift. Combs, known for his roles as a producer and rapper, has left an indelible mark on music, media, and fashion. He founded Bad Boy Records in the early 1990s, nurturing talents like Notorious B.I.G. and shaping the landscape of New York hip-hop. His ventures expanded into multi-million-dollar businesses, including the iconic fashion label Sean John and various endorsements in the realms of alcohol and luxury. While his prominence may have diminished since the 90s, Combs remains a significant figure in celebrity circles. Recent events, such as his star-studded album release party and philanthropic gestures like a surprise $1 million donation to his alma mater, Howard University, highlight his continued influence and affluence. However, amid these accolades, Combs faces mounting scrutiny and legal challenges that threaten to tarnish his legacy. As Sean Diddy Combs ascended in the entertainment world, allegations of violence marred his success. In 1999, he faced legal troubles after assaulting another executive with various objects, resulting in a fine and court-mandated anger management classes. That same year, he was embroiled in a nightclub shooting incident in Manhattan, where witnesses claimed to have seen him with a gun. Despite a highly publicized trial, he was acquitted of all charges. Accusations of violence against women have also shadowed Combs. His ex-girlfriend, Gina Huyn, alleged in a 2019 interview that he had physically assaulted her, including throwing a shoe and dragging her by the hair. However, these reports remained largely under the radar until more recently. The spotlight intensified in November when singer Cassie, also known as Cassandra Ventura, filed a lawsuit against Combs. She accused him of sexual assault and sex trafficking, detailing years of abuse starting from when she was just 19 years old. Ventura claimed that Combs subjected her to physical violence, including kicking her in the face, and later raped her in 2018. Additionally, she alleged that he trafficked her by coercing her into sexual encounters with sex workers while he recorded the acts. Despite her attempts to delete the evidence, Combs allegedly retained control over the incriminating materials, furthering her distress. The lawsuit brought forth by Cassandra Ventura, also known as Cassie, unveiled a disturbing narrative of intimidation and coercion orchestrated by Sean Diddy Combs and his associates. Ventura alleged that Combs utilized his power and resources to silence her and manipulate her compliance, with his employees issuing threats to sabotage her music career if she dared to speak out against him. Perhaps most alarming was Ventura's claim that Combs threatened to detonate the car of rapper Kid Cudi, who was dating Ventura at the time. Subsequently, the car was indeed destroyed in an explosion. A spokesperson for Kid Cudi confirmed the authenticity of this incident. In response to Ventura's accusations, Combs, represented by his lawyer Ben Braffman, countered with allegations of blackmail, asserting that Ventura had demanded $30 million under the threat of publishing a damaging expose about their relationship. Braffman denounced Ventura's lawsuit as filled with unfounded and sensational claims aimed at tarnishing Combs' reputation. Ventura's attorney, Douglas Wagdor, refuted these assertions, stating that it was Combs who had offered hush money to Ventura, an offer she refused. The legal battle between Ventura and Combs swiftly concluded with an undisclosed settlement reached within a day. Ventura expressed her desire to resolve the matter amicably, maintaining a degree of control over the terms. However, Ventura's decision to step forward publicly ignited a cascade of allegations against Combs. 3 additional women came forward with lawsuits against him. Joey Dickerson Neal accused Combs of drugging and raping her in 1991, while Liza Gardner claimed he coerced her into sex and choked her, leading to unconsciousness in 1990. Combs' lawyer, Jonathan Davis, dismissed these allegations as attempts to besmirch his client's reputation, attributing them to Combs' fame and success, which allegedly made him an easy target for false accusers. The 4th lawsuit filed against Sean Diddy Combs brought forth shocking allegations from a woman identified as Jane Doe. According to the lawsuit, Jane Doe was a high school junior when she encountered Harve Pierre, then president of Bad Boy Records, and another associate of Combs in Detroit. They purportedly persuaded her to fly with them to New York, where, as outlined in the suit, they and Combs subjected her to drugs and alcohol before violently raping her. The lawsuit details the profound emotional distress Jane Doe has endured over the past 2 decades as a result of this traumatic event, impacting nearly every facet of her life and relationships. Inspired by the bravery of other women who have recently come forward against Combs and Pierre, Jane Doe chose to speak out. In response to these allegations, Combs issued a statement vehemently denying any involvement in acts of violence, condemning the accusations as sickening and motivated by financial gain. Harve Pierre also denied the allegations, stating in a statement to TMZ that he had no knowledge or involvement in such events. The timing of these allegations coincides with the passing of 2 New York laws, one of which facilitated E. Jean Carroll's successful lawsuit against Donald Trump for sexual abuse and defamation. These laws created narrow windows of opportunity for individuals to file civil lawsuits alleging sexual abuse, prompting a surge in complaints before the closure of one of these windows in late November. While most of the lawsuits describe incidents that allegedly occurred years ago, a February filing by Rodney Jones Jr., also known as Lil Rod, alleges misconduct by Combs as recent as 2022 and 2023. Jones claims that Combs subjected him to unwanted touching and attempted grooming during their collaboration on the Love album, Off the Grid. He further alleges that at a party in 2023, he was drugged and coerced into engaging in sexual acts. Combs has vehemently denied these allegations, with his lawyer Sean Hawley asserting the presence of undeniable evidence proving Jones's claims to be false. The civil lawsuits have triggered law enforcement action, with raids conducted in Los Angeles and Miami Beach in March as part of a potential criminal investigation. The raids, led by federal prosecutors and agents from the Department of Homeland Security, indicate a significant escalation in the Combs case, with law enforcement sources suggesting links to sex trafficking allegations. Despite rumors of Combs leaving the country, subsequent sightings place him in the Miami Opa-locka airport. Regardless of his current location, the ongoing investigations in Los Angeles and Miami Beach have thrust Combs back into the spotlight, subjecting him to heightened public scrutiny. The mounting allegations against Sean Diddy Combs have triggered a wave of repercussions across various industries, prompting companies and influential figures to distance themselves from the rapper. Diageo, the beverage brand with which Combs had partnered on vodka and tequila, swiftly removed his image from its website. Similarly, Capital Preparatory Schools, a New York charter school network expanded with Combs' support, publicly announced its decision to sever ties with him, although the statement was later removed. Additionally, Combs voluntarily stepped down as chair of Revolt, a TV network he co-founded in 2013. These legal actions against Combs emerge amid a broader landscape of accusations against prominent figures in the music industry. In November, a woman filed a lawsuit against Neil Portnow, the former head of the Grammy Awards, alleging that he had drugged and raped her in 2018. Concurrently, a former employee sued music executive L.A. Babyface Reed, accusing him of sexual assault and harassment, which she claimed irreparably damaged her music industry career. The unfolding events coincide with challenges faced by another influential figure in music, Ye, whose brand partnerships have eroded following public controversies surrounding anti-Semitic and racist remarks, as well as allegations of verbal abuse and harassment. This parallels the challenges confronting Combs, suggesting a broader reckoning within the industry. Despite the Me Too movement catalyzing conversations around sexual assault and harassment across various sectors in 2017 and 2018, the music industry's top players appeared relatively insulated from accountability. For instance, R. Kelly faced minimal repercussions until Dream Hampton's 2019 docuseries reignited public scrutiny, ultimately leading to his conviction for sex trafficking in 2021. Similarly, Russell Simmons faced accusations of rape in 2017, prompting further scrutiny into the industry's culture of abuse. Now, with Ventura and other individuals coming forward with allegations of violent rape, intimidation, and abuse against Combs, the music industry is facing a reckoning. Combs, once an emblem of power and influence in music, fashion, and business, now faces accountability for his actions, reflecting a newfound willingness to challenge entrenched power dynamics. These lawsuits underscore the enduring impact of the Me Too movement, which has not only influenced legal and policy changes, but also empowered survivors to speak out and demand accountability. The recent law enforcement raids conducted by Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, at multiple locations linked to Sean "Diddy" Combs have sparked speculation and raised questions about potential criminal charges against the rapper. Videos of the raids depict HSI agents entering the targeted residences with weapons drawn, accompanied by officers from the Los Angeles Police Department. The operation was executed with precision, cordoning off the area to onlookers and swiftly removing individuals found on the premises. A spokesperson for Homeland Security Investigations provided a statement to USA Today confirming that the raids were part of an ongoing investigation involving multiple locations and law enforcement agencies, including HSI New York, HSI Los Angeles, and HSI Miami, along with local law enforcement partners. Legal experts suggest that the coordinated nature of the raids, combined with the context of recent civil lawsuits against Combs, indicates a serious sex trafficking investigation, potentially leading to criminal charges. Rebecca Lonergan, a professor of lawyering skills at USC Gould School of Law, explains that such actions typically occur when investigators have gathered substantial evidence of criminal activity and are seeking further corroboration. Tree Lovell, an entertainment attorney, emphasizes the gravity of the raids, noting the meticulous planning involved to ensure the element of surprise and prevent the destruction of evidence. The synchronized execution at multiple locations underscores the severity of the situation and the intent to pursue the investigation vigorously. Judy Saunders, a partner specializing in sex abuse and human trafficking cases, interprets the execution of search warrants by federal agencies as a strong indicator of probable cause for federal crimes. This suggests that pending charges against Combs or his associates could be imminent, potentially leading to asset freezes and travel restrictions. Legal experts shed light on the intricate process behind obtaining search warrants and the potential implications of the recent raids on Sean "Diddy" Combs' properties. Rebecca Lonergan, a law professor, explains that securing search warrants involves presenting a sworn affidavit to a federal judge, demonstrating sufficient evidence to establish probable cause for criminal activity at the targeted locations. The searches at multiple locations required approval from separate federal judges, indicating a rigorous evaluation process to ensure the validity of the warrants. Lonergan emphasizes that the investigation is being conducted by Homeland Security Investigations, HSI agents, with any resulting charges brought forth by the U.S. Department of Justice. The fact that Combs and his family members were not arrested or restricted in their travel does not necessarily signify exoneration or immunity from potential charges. While the absence of immediate arrests during the raids may raise questions, Lonergan clarifies that agents have the discretion to execute search and arrest warrants simultaneously, but chose not to in this instance. This decision could stem from various factors, including the possibility of insufficient evidence or a strategic approach by prosecutors to build a stronger case. Lonergan suggests that the outcome of the searches could range from uncovering incriminating evidence to yielding no significant findings, prompting further investigation. She highlights the meticulous nature of high-profile cases, where prosecutors exercise caution to avoid premature charges that could be perceived unfavorably by the public. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.